Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal and welcome back to another weight loss video. Hope you enjoy this one. Let's dive right in. Public service announcement. It doesn't matter what you eat between Christmas and New Year's. It matters what you eat between New Year's and Christmas. I read this quotation a long time ago here on r/lose it and thought it was a good time to share it again. We are in the middle of December, at a time when there is more food than usual, more parties than usual, and more holiday gift baskets full of cheese and chocolate than usual. For those of us trying to manage our weight, it can be hard to moderate portions, and decision fatigue is real. There are, however, strategies for dealing with holiday treats. Ask yourself a few questions before blindly accepting a holiday treat. Is it something you really want? Is it something special or something homemade? Is it something you've never had but want to try? Is it something that is seasonal and can only be eaten now, etc.? Make a list of these questions as they apply to you and run through the checklist in your head just before automatically saying yes. And if you do say yes to something special, there's no law that says you have to eat it on the spot the minute you are offered it. You can save it for whenever it fits into your plan. And if you celebrate a big Christmas with family, I would encourage you to enjoy your dinner. A special Christmas dinner is one day. No one ever became 100 pounds overweight from one big day of excess. If you do overeat or eat more than you had planned on the day itself, you haven't ruined anything. Like the title says, it's not the week between Christmas and New Year's that matters. It's the other 51 weeks of good habits that matter. There are lots of great strategies for managing your intake while still enjoying special holiday meals and events. Get active on Christmas Day. Make a new family Santa Shuffle tradition, where you all wear goofy Christmas hats and go 5 kilometers around the neighborhood, spreading as much holiday cheer as possible to everyone you see. Plan to make, eat, and enjoy something you wouldn't normally eat while on a calorie deficit. Crush your siblings at board games, break out the cornhole set and challenge every uncle you have to a Christmas championship. In other words, enjoy your holidays. These are just a few examples of how to have a more balanced holiday season. There is a middle ground between just eating mindlessly and denying yourself things you would normally enjoy. If you have some strategies to share, go ahead and share them in the comments. Happy holidays. I'm absolutely one of those people, and we are a legion that lets myself go between mid-December and New Year's Day. And then January 1st is always a let's see what damage we did boys moment. But it's so much fun not giving a flying F for a couple weeks, and the damage doesn't undo the rest of the year's efforts. It's how I personally celebrate the holidays. What can I say? Every year I read this quote, and every year I love it. So true. That said, go a bit easy on cookies. First and second of Christmas dinner okay, no thirds. Scotch and diet ginger ale on New Year's Eve, not regular ginger ale, lol. We should have a thread. Weigh in 12/17 and again on 1/5. Winner breaks even for both weigh-ins. In my almost 6 months of losing weight, I've gone on a couple of holidays to foodie destinations and lost weight during that time. It is absolutely possible to eat well, satisfy your cravings, and not gain weight. Don't even worry about calories. Grab a plate, put the amount of food you would usually consume in a sitting, then take your time eating it. While doing so, ask yourself, am I actually hungry anymore? And stop when the answer is no. If you feel hungry during the dinner, ask yourself whether it's your eyes or stomach that is hungry. If you ate a plate of food, it will always be your eyes. No cheat days. This is a lifestyle, not a punishment for not taking care of yourself in the past. I was at the final 20 pounds of losing during last year's holidays, and I'm in the throes of maintenance this year. My strategy before any time I know I'll be having a surplus is to be on top of my game with my exercise and calorie targets in the few weeks leading up to the holiday as much as I can, and getting right back into it after. Then on the days, I still try to log everything to keep the habit of logging, and I am honest about it, but I'm obviously not weighing everything, seeing the oil going into my food, etc. I keep the habit and then say, yup, 7K calories on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving weekend, I probably put on about 1.5 pounds of fat, and now I'm back down to my pre-holiday weight. The same happened this past summer with a lot of traveling. I find that planning for these days in whatever ways you can and making sure you get right back on the wagon will help you be able to have the occasional surplus days. Holidays have started getting so much better since my family stopped being obsessive about food and meals and started enjoying time spent together instead. We tend to order from catering or make something very simple and focus on the conversation, board games, and fun times instead. Before, a few people would stress themselves half to death doing the cooking, everyone overate and felt like crap. Everyone was sick of eating holiday leftovers for a full week after the day itself. But now we literally just make one festive meal, or order it, or even go out to eat. No one is stressed, no one feels ill, and no one feels obligated to continue to eat unhealthy crap for a week because someone slaved away making it. So much better. It's not about the food. It really isn't. Yes, this. For me, it's having more days or moments that fit my goals than do not. And when I eat a lot, I still keep up with my exercising. No more all or nothing behaviors. I'm cutting myself some slack this weekend and eating more. I don't have hormones as a reason why. Sometimes I don't need a reason other than I've been doing this over a year and there's nothing wrong with taking a little break here and there. Still counting everything, and I did my exercising today, but I'm gonna eat. I'll be back on it tomorrow. Heck, if I maintain for the next 3 months or so, I don't care. There isn't much more for me to lose and the focus is shifting towards burning fat and building muscle. I am going to enjoy holiday food this year. I'm glad I have the tools in the box to get on track if I go off a bit. Everyone, be kind to yourself. Speaking from personal experience, it's super easy to put on 10 to 20 pounds over the holidays with that attitude. Sure, this might not be an issue if you are a healthy weight, but when you are already obese and this puts you that much more in the hole, it's super demotivating and can spiral. I told myself the same thing over the summer. The pandemic is waning, go out and have fun. Don't worry about calories in, calories out, you got this. By Thanksgiving, I'd put on 30 pounds. Seco works, and self-indulgence does not. Yeah, this advice really depends on where you are at. If already in maintenance mode, then it could be okay. But when in the middle of losing weight, it can be counterproductive. The first time I was in a deficit, I lost 30 pounds. Decided I'll cheat for the holidays. Caused me to lose focus and ended up gaining it all back. Added more over time. This year, I'm basically in maintenance and at my goal weight and just focusing on fitness. Allowed a couple cheat days for Thanksgiving and will again for Christmas. Not making that same mistake. Everyone is different, but for me, it's not worth the risk. Treat the holidays the same as any other week or month. A few meals won't matter, but don't slide back into the bad habits. And also, the idea that you're taking a break from the diet is so harmful, in my opinion. That's how you end up gaining all the way back or slipping into ED behavior or whatever. Genuine lifestyle changes, that's where it's at. I too indulge at Christmas, but it's one meal and maybe a dessert. It's absurd to me how our culture uses Christmas as an excuse to binge basically for the entire month of December. I think it's also important to tailor your approach to your situation. When I'm at my parents', it's fairly easy to just indulge at dinners pretty much guilt-free. I have the dinners and dessert, I do a good amount of cooking, and have some wine, cookies, etc. in moderate amounts, as they do. I typically have a light breakfast and not much of a lunch. I'm less active, but still manage a few walks or something here and there, so I just kind of hope to break even. But when I'm at relatives, this is much harder. They have piles of junk food on hand, salted nuts, chips, crackers, and spreads, cured meats, desserts, and ice cream, cocktails, drinks, cookies galore. This is their regular pantry, more or less. And they are the types who just kind of hang around and chat, eat, drink, as like the activity. At the holidays, it's several nights of really heavy meals. Like, wow, I had no idea mashed potatoes could be not great because they were so laden with sour cream and cream cheese. The side dish of shrimp pasta has a whole block of butter in it. Daytime drinking and snacking, and definitely no exercise. No way around it. Days of cheat days, not meals, will absolutely add up. And because it's an extended blended family, there are many celebrations, as parts celebrate the 24th more, others the 25th, and then family dinners, if my niece was with her mom's side on the 25th itself, and so on. My point is that I know I have to make real choices in scenario number 2 to just not set myself back too far. Whereas in scenario number 1, I can enjoy the moment without really much effort. However, if I'm in situation number 2, it's not for long because I usually go for a few days around New Year's Eve, so I mostly give in. But if I were there from the 24-2, for example, I would really need to figure something out. I'm 5'1", 5 to 10 pounds is not that hard to gain and plenty slow to lose. Just be sure to understand your desired outcome is and what your situation will be and figure in some realistic strategies that allow you to be happy with your choices in January. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. Being able to see muscle definition in my arms and do double-digit push-ups without stress is my win of the week after starting the year being able to do exactly 0 strict push-ups.